Hi folks, it's been quite some time since I last sat in front of the camera and did a wee video. Life has been quite busy, but it's good just to be able to get some time and just to share with you again some of the lessons that I learned during this present pandemic, and lessons that I learned as a result of having succumbed to a certain extent to the virus and experienced many of the symptoms, and which laid me up in my bed for a few days and made me feel pretty awful. I was really thinking about some of the things that were always near me at that time, that were just to hand instruments that were a benefit in me checking my vital signs to make sure that I was okay and that my health wasn't deteriorating. One of the little things that I had lying on my bedside table was this little oximeter that was able to check my oxygen saturation levels. It was able to check my heartbeat. And beside this oximeter on my bedside table, there was also a thermometer that I could regularly check my temperature. And you know, as I used these on a regular basis, numerous times through every day, I was really checking my vital signs. And I thought of the importance of spiritually checking our vital signs. Doing a spiritual stock take of our lives and checking that the vital areas of our life were healthy. I was thinking about the oxygen saturation levels in my blood. That's pretty vital, that there's enough oxygen circulating in the blood through the whole body. When there's low oxygen levels, when our oxygen saturations drop below 92% or thereabouts, then we start to have symptoms of hypoxemia, and if they drop even further for a prolonged period of times, we develop symptoms of hypoxia. Now, some of the early symptoms and the more minor symptoms would be just poor judgment, confusion in our thought process, and that resulting in poor judgments and poor decisions. And another symptom would be lethargy. It would affect not only our thinking, but would affect our behaviour. We would just become lethargic and apathetic. And you know, as I thought about that, as I thought about my oxygen saturation levels, I thought of the need that for me to constantly be breathing in and filling my lungs with as much air, as much oxygen as I could, in order that that oxygen would circulate throughout my body to prevent hypoxemia and prevent hypoxia. That there was the need to maintain right thinking, and there was a need to maintain right behaviour in order that I might remain clear rather than confused, and in order that I might remain active as opposed to being apathetic. Then I needed to make sure that my oxygen levels were high. And you know, I was thinking of the oxygen of the Holy Spirit of God, and how that Paul reminds us of the vital importance, and as he writes to the Ephesians, of being filled with the Holy Spirit of God. And the idea is not only be filled, but keep on being filled. You know, every few seconds it is vital that we take another breath of oxygen into our lungs. If our oxygen levels, if our saturation levels are going to remain at a level where we're going to be clear in our thinking, and we're going to be right in our behaviour, we're going to be active and energetic, then we need to keep on breathing. We need to breathe in the oxygen moment by moment. And brothers and sisters, if we're going to remain clear in our spiritual thinking, our spiritual discernment, if we're going to make true spiritual judgments, and if we're going to be marked by good spiritual behaviour and good moral behaviour, then we need to keep on breathing in the energy, the oxygen of the Holy Spirit of God. And so Paul says, be filled, keep on being filled with the Holy Spirit of God. We notice that in Ephesians chapter 6 that Paul will show us the evidence of being filled with the Holy Spirit. It will affect our thinking, it will affect our behaviour. We'll notice there are three things that Paul speaks about in Ephesians chapter 5. He'll speak about joyfulness, and he'll speak about thankfulness, and he'll speak about submissiveness. He thinks about our mental capacity. When we're filled with the Holy Spirit of God, and we keep on being filled with the Holy Spirit, what will mark us, then we'll have right thoughts about God, and we'll be marked by joyfulness as we sing songs of praise and worship. As our heart rises within us, we'll be marked by joyfulness. As we think of all that we have, all the good things that God has blessed us with, then we'll be marked by thankfulness. And we notice too that we'll be marked by submissiveness. It will affect our behaviour. Not a kind of apathetic submissiveness, but a willing submissiveness. You know, and Paul will tell us about wives being subject to their husbands. He'll speak about masters being, about servants being submissive to their masters, and he'll speak about children being in subjection to their parents. And these are the evidences of being filled with the Holy Spirit of God, breathing in the oxygen of the Holy Spirit moment by moment. Then we'll be marked by joyfulness and thankfulness and submissiveness. And I suppose the person that is filled with the Holy Spirit will manifest the fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit. You know, sometimes people think, you know, if a person filled with the Spirit, then it will be manifest in miracles, and it will be manifest in tongues and all sorts of things, and giving prophecies. But you know, Paul says, listen, the evidence of being filled with the Spirit, the evidence when the levels of the Holy Spirit within us are correct, then we'll be marked by joyfulness and thankfulness and submissiveness, and we'll manifest the fruit of the Spirit. And what is the fruit of the Spirit? It's not miracles. It's moral features in our life. It's love. It's joy. It's peace. It's long-suffering. It's gentleness. It's goodness. It's faith. It's meekness. It's temperance. These are the evidences of a man or a woman who's filled with the Holy Spirit. When our spirit levels, our saturation level of the Holy Spirit is high, then the fruit will be manifest. Love and all that accompanies love. The joy and the peace and the long-suffering, the gentleness, the goodness, the faith, the meekness, the temperance. And it's when these features are seen in our life, that's the evidence of a healthy Christian. A healthy Christian, our health is seen in our behaviour and in our thinking. Right thinking. Having a spirit of joyfulness as we think of who God is, and a spirit of thankfulness when we think of all that God has done, and a spirit of submissiveness as we think of the one who took that place for us. He became the bond slave. He took that low place, that humble place, in order that he might serve us as the bondman. And we, as we appreciate Christ, and as we are filled with the Spirit of Christ, then we will be marked by that same spirit of submissiveness. That one who could say to the Father, Father, not my will, but yours be done. I surrender everything to you. And when that spirit of submissiveness, he yielded himself to the Father's will and embraced the cross with all its suffering, its shame, and its humiliation. And the individual that is filled with the Holy Spirit will not only be filled with joy and filled with thankfulness, but he'll be filled with submissiveness. And he'll have that submissive spirit that will be manifest not only in his submissiveness to God and the will of God, but he'll be submissive to others in his life. He'll be marked by that spirit of love and gentleness and peace and joy and long-suffering and goodness and faith and meekness and temperance. Brothers and sisters, I wonder, when did we last check our vital signs? When did we last check our oxygen saturation levels? When did we last seek to ascertain, as we examine our lives, how healthy we really are? Are we really filled with the Holy Spirit? Are we breathing in, as it were, the Holy Spirit moment by moment, in order that the fruit of the Spirit would be manifest in our lives, and that others might be blessed by it as they partake of the fruit? You know, fruit on a tree is not for the benefit of the tree, it's for the benefit of those that eat it. And brothers and sisters, the fruit that is manifest in our lives as a result of the filling of the Holy Spirit is not for our benefit, it's for the benefit of others. That those that we meet day by day, they should be able to partake of the fruit of joy, and the fruit of peace, and the fruit of gentleness, and the fruit of goodness, and the fruit of patience, and the fruit of love in my life. They should plug it off and enjoy it as they see it manifest in me as a move in this world. Brothers and sisters, how healthy are we? When did we last check our vital signs? Are we really filled with the Holy Spirit? Are we really manifesting the fruit of the Spirit? Brothers and sisters, if these aspects of the fruit of the Spirit are not manifest, if they're not seen in your life, in my life, then we're unhealthy. We're unhealthy. Our thinking is wrong. Our behaviour is wrong. We'll become confused. We'll become lethargic. And we need a fresh filling of the Holy Spirit in order that the fruit of the Spirit might be manifest in our lives. Amen.